Well, dubbed the Soca Parang Queen, Marcia Miranda first performed at her parents' club, La Tropicale, when she was just 14 years old. She says performing at her parents' club allowed her the opportunity to observe and learn from performers like Sparrow, Kitchener and Calypso Rose. In this installment of I'm Every Woman, Marcia tells us of her life as an entertainer and her struggle with breast cancer.
In 1995, after winning the BWIA Calypso Monarch competition, Marcia Miranda resigned from her job as a flight attendant and took to the stage. This heralded her entry into the professional entertainment arena.
And my good friend Peter Ray Blood suggested to me, Marcia, you have everything that it takes, why don't you go professional, So I said, okay, but I love my parang music. He says, well, fuse them, do the parang soca.
And so it began. Marcia says she got her first song, Run the Bread, from Franz Lamkin Delamo. The subsequent release of Bring Out the Ham, which still enjoys immeasurable success, cemented her rise as a Soca Parang artist. With less than 3 weeks before Christmas, hers is a packed schedule with back-to-back performances at various events. Though by her own admission it could be tiring and often affects time that would otherwise be spent in the company of family and friends, she remains grateful.
I enjoy performing for Christmas. I enjoy being on stage. I enjoy the fact that I know I make people happy, right? Because I put everything into my performances. I know my songs are stories. They're Christmas stories. They're stories about Christmas in Trinidad. They're stories about the foods that we eat, the children, the love, the joy, everything about Christmas. So the idea of being that person who stands on stage and relates that and interacts with the audience about that.
Diagnosed with breast cancer in 2004, the Soca Parang diva says she now takes better care of her body and lives her life as an inspiration to others.
I was diagnosed at stage 3B, which is kind of risky, yeah. And so now, whenever I have the opportunity, I use it to empower and educate women and men about screenings and trying to prevent themselves from having to go through what we who have been diagnosed with cancer have gone through.
She says when she was diagnosed, she did not know a lot about the disease.
I really initially thought, okay, I may be seeing the beginning of my demise. I honestly thought that. But I was not afraid. I was not afraid, really. And because I had great faith in God, and I had some serious conversations with my God and told him that he was in charge.
Marcia says her battle with cancer has resulted in the birth of a new and vastly improved version of herself. Her only regret is that she was not given the opportunity to offer much needed support to her sister.
Unfortunately, my sister passed away from cervical cancer, which is very unfortunate because women should not really pass away from cervical cancer. And unfortunately, she was not sharing with us what was going on with her. Yeah, and that was sad because there I was, out there, trying to help the whole world. And right there in my home was my sister suffering, and we had no idea.
She says her mother and sister were constant sources of support during her struggle with cancer. A talk show host and entertainer, Marcia is also an active member of the Trinidad and Tobago Cancer Society, dedicated to raising awareness and offering support to those affected by the disease. Dion Batiste, C News.
Tanti Gladys and I SOS to all she family because of an incident that happened to she.